Breakfast. From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Good morning to you all. It's a beautiful sunny Tuesday morning and you are welcome to the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show right here on GhanaTalks Radio. You're welcome to the news headline review, bring you all the relevant stories making waves in the news. And I am here with Miss Debbie Adolso and Miss Regina Bless, and we will be diving into the issues and share our opinion and issues that matter to you every morning right here on the show. Good morning to you, Miss Debbie, Miss Regina. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hope all is well.
My grace.
When your breakfast be that down, food makes some people happy. Miss Debbie, have you taken breakfast already?
Yeah, I did.
Hey, what did we take for breakfast? Gobeana?
Yeah, I took Gobe this morning.
Hey, Miss Regina?
Yeah.
Gobe is the real deal. What's your real deal? Time and so all right, let's dive into our major news items for this morning. Ghana must urgently strengthen its reading culture. Haruna Iddrisu. The Minister of Education, Haruna Iddrisu, says Ghana must urgently rebuild its reading culture to improve learning and national development. Speaking before the Public Accountability Committee of Parliament on Monday, the minister expressed concern over what he called a steady decline in the country's reading habits. Mr. Iddrisu said the lack of interest in reading is affecting not only students' academic performance, but also the general level of civic awareness. He pointed out that many schools across the country lack well-equipped libraries to support reading and research. When you go to many schools, they do not have adequate support when it comes to their libraries, he said. The minister disclosed that the Education Ministry plans to present a motion before Parliament to ensure that every school has access to a proper library. He also hinted at a possible national digital library initiative to promote reading among students and make learning materials more accessible. Mr. Iddrisu emphasized that improving literacy starts with investment, but in infrastructure and in cultivating a love for reading from an early age. We need to invest more in libraries, he said. If we have the resources, we should be thinking about getting a digital library across educational levels. So this is coming from the Minister of Education, and then he says that Ghana must urgently strengthen its reading culture. All right, Miss Regina, have you seen any signs that people are lacking the edge to read?
Okay, so I wouldn't say I've seen, because being the country say he or she likes reading. Reading is a personal interest, so I don't really know how you kind of saying we would know. So when it comes to reading, my time reading was should I say a compulsory subject, in as much as it wasn't on the timetable and I say not any syllabus name, but reading was a compulsory subject depending on where you went to school. In our class, I think that was SHS, Obia or duty roster. So Monday in the morning, maybe during this session, one person would read, then the teacher would explain. The next day, one person will read, then the teacher will explain. When you do that, it helps the students, especially with their tonation, and where they know they need to take a break, where they know they need to flow continuously.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you listen to some educated people reading, it's a wow. So I'm like, na nipe he or she looks educated, but school ben no call ya reading. One say I don't know say more time now phonics or how about your time now and shade in the hosa, but sisi uncle no more bano. I collaborate my catcher say necessary. It's not necessary, it's necessary. And I'll be like, wow, because they've been taught that this word is pronounced like this. When I'm saying no necessary now, it's not necessary. It's necessary. And secretary.
Yeah,
Ray.
Yeah, bread.
When I'm no, you're back on the sun. I pay your baby alpha.
Yeah, right.
But in Kolano Mobano, we would urge someone for reading and showmwase. Now adults are even or more press on Beko school.
Yeah.
You are just reading and writing. We will always say that English is not our mother tongue, but we should know that we shouldn't let English be a language barrier to us. Sometimes some people, if they have the opportunity to travel outside, I feel no more promise those learn the English. I watched one young man, a TikTok handle, videos, and I was like, sometimes the basic things can make you lose certain breakthrough in your life. Nicki Minaj mistakenly came on his TikTok live. Now on to Brofo. Nicki Minaj nene kasa. On Brofo no and I was like, look at this. Something now to make cup of na na sorti amount. But so the English there is very good and reading is very important, especially the reading. And so in Kolano Mobano, they should start with the reading. They should more farmers be show me chimsa.
Yeah, this actually reminds me of a video I watched on TikTok yesterday. And the lady was on live and was saying that at 24 years, she have a house. At 24 years, she have a land.
You should understand that she's a Nigerian.
So someone did a video and was like, you are here and you are telling us that we should have a house. We should have this. You should be chasing golden English. At 24 plus, your phonics are this bad, and you are telling us to be chasing land house. It's not house. It's house.
Yeah,
you should be chasing golden English by now. So
but
that was
Nigerians. I don't know how their English is.
Yeah,
but it's kind of some way.
It's kind of hot. HR.
They mention it as it is. Jesus. They say Jesus. So I think that is their mother tongue. That is how.
But you know, I don't know.
But you can learn.
You know, she studied here in Ghana.
Yeah, she did.
If you check her English, exactly.
Her English is different.
Ghana no
go and see HR.
We are actually
HR.
walking in the footsteps of the British.
Yeah.
So our English is quite different. If you take all African countries, I can boldly say that Ghana,
we are good in English. Yes.
Because when you listen to our English, up.
Oh my
like
God.
the tonation and everything sounds so different. So
would you also say
reading is good.
that social media is also a part? That is why we have lacked that urgency to read.
No.
Would you say so?
Social media is even a platform for you to learn.
You know, on social media, there's a platform where Akoya said journalism platform. They give you a script. And then read faster.
Read faster.
Yeah.
And there is also an app that teaches you how to pronounce words.
Yeah.
It asks you to describe yourself, and as you are done, they correct your mistakes, the tenses, the grammatical error, and they do all that for you. Sometimes there is a person, an AI human that you speak with. So intentionally, when you make a mistake, you'll be like, no, it's wrong. You don't say it this way. You say it that way, and then they make it known to you. So reading is very good. It makes you build on your vocabs, and then it makes you speak fluently. You don't get stuck. You know, sometimes you speak and then you forget, like you don't know the words to chip in.
Exactly.
I say automatically the words has vanished from your head. But then when you're a constant reader, you don't find it so difficult to get words. Immediately you open your mouth, like the words keeps flowing.
It's flowing.
So you wouldn't say that social media is actually reason people are not reading, because even on social media, someone even posts something. Let's say someone is selling something. They've written the price of the item.
They will not
read. They'll enter your DM and come and ask you. That alone should tell you that the person doesn't like reading.
No, sometimes these people, they read, but they just want to confirm.
No. I just feel
not all traders put the actual price out there. they put those price there to
Then you are
attract
not a correct
people.
trader.
That is what most of these traders on social media do.
Because
Some of them are fraudsters.
Even-
so you have to.
I've had that experience before.
But you know, sometimes even movies, Nigerian movies, they will post the what's the name?
Title.
No, like a
Subtitle.
short video about the whole movie, and then they'll put the title. And someone will still come to the comment section
Yeah.
And
still
come
be
and
asking,
ask,
what is
what's
the
the
title?
title?
what is the title? And
It's
even,
intentional. I feel like it has become part of their nature.
but it's actually annoying.
Yeah.
Even on your WhatsApp status, you type something there. The person will not read. The person will come into your DM and come and be asking you questions. So
Maybe they want
for
to
me,
say,
I just feel like Ghanaians naturally do not like
Yes,
reading.
yes.
We don't
And
like
reading. Is
That's-
a personal interest.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the nipa nimpe reading on reading.
On pair reading.
But I feel like it should be something that is part of your normal routine.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe take a day to, if you're somebody that like reading novels, maybe in a day as you are going to sleep, you can take read the annual film that is normal, because definitely you come across one word that you've never seen or you don't even understand. You research it. You don't know where you get to one day. Somebody is going to pronounce that word, or somebody is going to ask you a question using that word, and you cannot. Mini, what's the meaning?
Right.
So I think
So-
it's very necessary.
So the minister also mentioned that they are going to present a motion to Parliament, and they are going to make sure that every school has access to well-equipped library. Now, I want to ask, what is the situation of library in some schools? I don't know for your school, maybe where you attend from, but for my school,
Library.
we have library, but
The maintenance.
the maintenance and then all of that is quite bad.
Okay, so
Yeah. So
my
how bad is
school-
the situation?
My school, we had a library, and when you want, everyone has a coupon actually. So when you are going for a book, you present that coupon, and they make a copy of it. So at the end of the day, when you are like book nowadays, instructions if you bring it, baby at it, you would pay for it.
You pay for it.
So some people take it home, or whatever has spilled on it, you pay for it. You need to make sure that the book you are taking home, it is in its perfect shape. It has to come back in that same manner.
Would you say that is why most schools are not even are not being encouraged to even have library in their
maybe
schools?
because Okwa buying school say in my JHS my buying school ni say there. Like I said, they kept the book in a appropriate way small, but some appropriate way small ne krano. Akola no beko akofa book na otu ha na wate no. And I don't know, but in every library there's supposed to be a supervisor there, monitoring the activities of everyone, whether you're an adult or not an adult. You know, when you're in a library, you're not supposed to make noise.
Yes.
But some people will come there will be making noise. So sometimes with the library activities, I think they need to really strictly supervise it to make sure that the books are well maintained. Because say boka or books or other non-governmental organizations who see the essence of reading, there would be is it every time that they will be donating more books? It's not every time. So they need to make sure that they take care of the books very well and also educate the students as well.
Right.
Be beyond education. So they need to educate them.
Right. So, Miss Debbie, what do you think we can do as older siblings? Because obviously we ourselves, we have to even read. So what do you think beyond the school? What do you think community leaders or our parents can even do to encourage their wards to read more?
Okay, so I remember when I was a kid, anytime my daddy travels and he's coming back, he buys me a book. There was this book, Freshest Welcome. I don't know whether you've seen that book before.
I've read it before.
Freshest Welcome.
Very
The first time in senior
interesting.
high school and that.
Yeah.
So anytime he travels, when he's coming back, he buy me a book. And sometimes when you buy me those books, I need bread to eat. You're buying me book. I need biscuits. You know, when your daddy travels like that, like anytime I want this, I want that.
Food.
But he will come back with a book, and I don't understand. But then I still read, and like subconsciously, I'm reading because my daddy bought me a book. But it was really helping me, and then it was building me up. And I remember some time ago, he went when I was in JHS, or I think SHS, he bought me this book on how to write your CV, how to write. SHS, you are buying me books to write.
Of
like,
course, you need to learn early.
You get it. So I feel like parents, you should encourage your words My dad will not give you phone to go and be searching anything, but he will buy you the book. So I feel like you should encourage your children. Weekend, after they are done with their house chores and everything, everybody takes their book. Try to write something. When I was in JHS, I like writing stories on my own. Like, I'll just bring a topic in my head, say maybe the wicked stepmother, and then I'll start writing. I just want to write something, retrain, see whether what I'm writing really makes sense or something. So I think parents can encourage their children by getting them books. Buy them. If they find it difficult to pronounce a word, you do it for them. And then as well, get them a dictionary. It's
very
not only
important.
about the book. Book in your honor the dictionary in account. So as you read and you come across something that is very difficult to understand, you refer or you go to the dictionary. And then I don't know for your community. My community, there was a library.
A community library.
Yeah. There was a library for the whole community. You can go and then you read. And then they have a very long book like Oko School registration. When you go to school, you know, they mark register. When you go, you have to, maybe you want to borrow a book, you want to read. They will write your name, they will write the number of the book, and then you send it home. And then you tell the person, maybe I'll be done reading this book in a pace of 1 week, in a pace of 3 weeks, in a pace of 3 days. Until that 3 days, so you are supposed to send that book, even if you are not done. You're supposed to send it back. But when it collapsed because we were not managing it well. People go there, they take the books, they don't bring it back. And so long as it's a community, you cannot go chasing after the person. Bring the book. So I feel like those things need to be reintroduced. And then the generation coming up, they should be advised. See, reading is good though. Like, it's broadening your scope of knowledge. It makes you are here, but you're in America. You are in Ghana, but you know what is happening in other regions.
Exactly.
We were not there when coup and other things started, when Ghana gained independence. But what was written down, and because we've met it and we've read it, and we were being taught in history, can you say, government and stuff. You know, right. So at least when we are all this thing we are doing, it's part of what we were being taught in school. So sometimes we speak and then we refer it to some things that or some knowledge we gained back then in school. So reading is good.
Reading is good.
Members of parliament in their constituency should build
a community library at least to encourage these people to read.
And there should be an award.
Yeah, right. That alone is a big encouragement to encourage our wards and our younger siblings to take up the culture of reading. Right, moving on to our next story. Government to slash registration fee for courier service. St. George. The government says it will soon reduce the 1,070 Ghana cedis registration fee charged to courier service operators across the country. The move, according to the Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, St. George, is to make registration more affordable and to encourage compliance among delivery riders and courier companies. Speaking before the Public Accounts Committee, the minister explained that the current fee has been a challenge for many operators, especially young people who depend on courier service for their livelihood. He revealed that a new fees and charge bill is being prepared for Parliament to reflect the revised rate. Instead of charging 1,070 Ghana cedis to register at once, we have decided to give a 50% memorandum on the amount, Mr. George said. The minister has also placed a demand on enforcement until the end of the year to allow both independent riders and fleet operators to regularize their operations. Many of these young men rely on courier services for employment. Without this job, they would be unemployed and could pose a security risk to our country, he added. According to the minister, all operators are expected to complete their registration within the first 3 months of next year before full enforcement begins on April 1st, 2026. The government hopes that by reducing the cost of registration, more people will join the formal system, helping to ensure safety, accountability, and better service delivery within Ghana's fast-growing courier industry. Right, so that was coming from the Minister of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, that now they are going to reduce the registration fee for this courier services, and so that it will be easy for them to pay. Because if they don't have the money, the challenge that they've noticed is that some of these people don't actually have the money to pay for the registration service. And then if you rely on that and say that, oh, because of that, you wouldn't be able to work, that will be very bad, because these people, this is what they depend on. And if you should leave them idle, that is going to be a security threat to the country. So they are going to slash it and then give them some ample time to make payments so that everyone will get a job. Ms. Debbie, what can you say to this?
Yeah, it's good.
Right.
As it stands now, the only source of employment is what is going on right now. That has to do with the courier or
delivery service.
The delivery service.
Right.
And a lot of youth are into this because it's something that brings money every day. You're not going to wait till before you be paid. It's something that gets you busy. And I know most of our youth are not lazy. They want to do something for themselves. And it's true. Some of them don't have the money to register. How much do you even make a day? You buy fuel, you deliver goods, and sometimes the amount you're supposed to get a day, you don't even get it. So most of these people find it so difficult to register what they do. So if it will be slashed, it's good. It's good. It's not as if you are putting pressure or a compulsory regulatory that if you don't register, you can't do the work. Then you are pushing them into a different alternative, and they have no option than to steal, and that is not going to help us as a country. So if you are going to slash it and it's going to help them, then it's good. I feel like it's very good. It's going to encourage them, and I feel like it's going to encourage more people to also engage in this particular how do we put it, in this particular job that they have found for themselves. And most of this company they work for are not companies that belongs to Ghanaians. They are company from other countries, and they pay taxes as well. In as much as living out, you're doing it for yourself, but you're doing it in the name of a company. Because if I'm a delivery lady and I'm working for a field lodge will be order so automatically I'm working with them. And let's just imagine that if a lodge does not belong to a Ghanaian, they pay even if a Ghana need their crowd, they still pay tax. So slashing it, I feel like with the delivery guys is going to help so much. And I was thinking you add the part where he said, so they
are going to regularize it.
Yes.
So that at least there's going to be a punishment.
I was thinking they are going to mention that because it's very, very necessary. Most of these people, they are scammers. You order for something and then it comes and I was reading one and the lady said she ordered what's the name, fried rice with chicken, and she didn't feel like eating the food. In the middle of the journey, she opened the pack and chicken we are so half and they are such an innocent. So I feel like with that it's
but like, how do you feel eating somebody's food?
I don't even know.
It also has to do with the packaging. So I know the only say what packaging here, then the nipano ate, and you don't have to take it. You need to make sure say that delivery person delivers the food back to the person. And I also think so we are a food vendor, and I say we are any other packaging or anything person, and you are delivering something to someone, package it well and take a video of it and send it to the person. Say, this is how you receive your package. And when him say if you don't receive it like that, you can hold the person bringing it responsible. The last time I ordered for something and the delivery was supposed to be 50 cedis. That is their fixed price. This man brought the thing 70 cedis, and I was like, this is what I'm supposed to pay. I showed it to him now. Or seriously, I was like, so this is what you people you do. And I gave the 50 cedis to him.
Right. So I think with regularizing the courier services, in terms of what Mr. B said, I think I agree. You tell the person that this is how your package is coming, and if you don't receive it as such, it means that you have to hold the delivery guy bringing
accountable.
the account. But what will you do to him? You can't arrest him.
You can arrest.
No, they have. I think the company you are working
Code of
for,
conduct.
you signed a contract. So if you should breach that contract, there is a punishment you are going to face, because you are selling the good in the name of a free law. So let's put it that way, not in your name. So if I receive the food and it doesn't sit well with me, I'm going to blame them, not you, the delivery guy. So hold you accountable.
And some of them work you can say for themselves personally. Obi he or she is not under any courier agency. Obi no any motor no other around. And so obi san reports. Or reporting them police on no, because it's wrong.
So what do you think the slash how do you think the slash is going to benefit these courier services, Ms. Regina?
Okay, so I think it would really benefit them a lot, because I wouldn't say what they are doing is not really generating more money, or it's not generating any money at all, or more nyeska. But sometimes we know that these people are also family men. They are family members who take care of other people. We share on more services now. It's cheap, but quite expensive. Because nipa no de ba no uju ne kwan wa ubedu na ka say please your bill is 50 cedi. I say masa 50 cedi is the mini bi. Enti ono wa charge no be say diano. So dem patcha te so mame. Oh we are sansi kana wa sa te so no. Aban beje ne de. You pay tax. You pay and a motor now which na car now which it needs maintenance. Sometimes we kita motor now kita car in a week or in a month to bet me correct shop best because it's every day it's on the road. Every day it's on the road.
And sometimes the motorbike they use is not theirs.
You buy, so you have to make sales.
Exactly. And now so be our car loan. Now they are to motor now all your work and pay. Yes, say at the end of the month, we could at the end of the month, so make trouble pay 3,000. So we not at the end of that month when you 3,000. Now we'll build next how
right. Is there anything you want to add up, Miss Debbie?
Oh no,
that is it. Right. Moving on. Labour Minister urges you to form cooperatives for sustainable livelihoods. The Minister for Labour, Jobs and Employment, Dr. Abdul Rashid Hassan Puipo, is encouraging Ghanaian youth to embrace innovation, entrepreneurship and cooperatives as pathways to sustainable livelihoods and national development. Speaking at the African Youth Day Ministerial Dialogue held in Accra, Dr. Puipo said forming youth cooperative can help young people pool resources, share ideas, and build stronger support systems. If you want to go into mining, we will work with the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. If you prefer farming, we will link you up with the Ministry of Agriculture. For trade and enterprise, we will collaborate with the Ghana Enterprises agencies, he explained. The minister emphasized that today's youth are not necessarily looking for handouts, but rather for skills and opportunities to empower themselves. Young people don't want people to give them money. They want to develop themselves. Many who are unemployed wish to go back to school or acquire skills to be productive, he said. In response to youth suggestion during the dialogue, Dr. Puipo revealed that the ministry is setting up a labor market information system to connect job seekers to available opportunities across the country. The system will allow you to find all available jobs in Ghana and apply electronically. By next year, we expect both regional and district job information desks to be operational, he announced. The move is part of government's effort to make the labor market more transparent, data-driven, and accessible, especially for young people seeking stable, dignified work. Do you believe that working cooperative, as in two or more people coming together to, work in the same level of interest, is actually going to help us solve unemployment in our country, Miss Debbie?
Coming together.
Yes, cooperative, like a cooperative something. Let's say you have these resources, I have these resources, then we come together and then we set up a business.
It will help. Definitely, there is going to be misunderstanding though. But but your purpose is towards achieving a goal, achieving a target. We have big shops in Accra here, big shops where it is being owned by two people coming together to establish that business, and they are making money and they are employing people. So cooperative, let me put it this way, cooperative business is good. It's good. And with what you read, I like the fact that they are bringing out a system that can equally link you to the job profession of your interest. But my problem is it going to be transparent? Is it going to be, good? Let me just use transparent, because we already have a system that does that. If you're looking for a job, it's all over social media. We have apps that when you're looking for work to do, they will show you places, even countries outside Ghana, other African countries, other Western world. But the thing is, we have scammers all over. We have genuine apps that are really doing that, but this fraudsters has taken it up. So how well are we going to ensure that this system we are talking about is going to be transparent enough and is going to be free from this scammers and fraudsters and all that? But you see, as the statements also read, the youth nowadays want to do things for themselves. They don't longer want you to come to you and be like, give me money. They want you to teach them how to fish. If you're fishing I always tell myself that, see, it's good to be an asset on your own. You don't have to be a liability. Being a liability comes with a lot of things. You are subjected to the orders of the person. Even if you are older than the person tell you sit, you have to sit, because the person feeds you. If the person tell you sleep, you have no option. In my house, you are sleeping at 6. Abra, you yourself, you sleep like 12. You are supposed to sleep. But when you are an asset on your own, you're not a liability. You tell yourself the time to sleep, what to eat, and even what to wear. So I feel like of late, the youth of nowadays have come to realize that being a liability comes with a lot of disrespect and a lot of burden. So why don't I be an asset on myself? And that asset has to do with you showing me how you get that money. How were you able to establish that business? That is why I like entrepreneurs who have made it in the world of business on their own, and then they are bringing out forums or programs to educate entrepreneurs or people who are willing to start something on their own, and tell them how they started, how much they use. And honey, I said no, but most of them don't like telling the truth. What the 50 cities now say I can't. What the 1,000 cities now so let them know that you started with 1,000 cities. Don't tell us that you use 10 cities and then you walk from Kaneshi to East Legon to get the money. That was just by the way, okay. But I feel like bringing out a system to help these people is good. Trust me, we have people at the university, but their mindset is to do business. The fact that they don't get people to help them, push them there. So if they're bringing out the system, and it's going to be fair, it's going to be a system that is free from this scammers and fraudsters, and it's going to, trust me, it will be good. And the time will come, Ghana will be full of industries, will be in the business, and that is good because it's going to employ more people.
Right. Busy Gina, do you mind joining a youth or forming like a group to come up together to, create job opportunities for people out there? When you have trust issues.
Yeah. And it really comes with a lot of issues. But I sometimes believe that you need to give people benefits of doubt, and also you need to trust people. So why not? I think it's high time we teach the youth how to fish and not to rather give them fish. And I believe that Obia was unique personality and Obia was unique in Sanwejuma. When we come together, it can be a success. When it comes to business has its own flaws. You don't expect that once you start the business, then it's just booming just like that. It will take time, and maybe I'm good with accounting. So we start up a business, I'll be the one handling finances. Maybe I'm good with communication, I'm good with customer service, I'm good with this, I'm good with that. I know how to do something very well. We come together because our capital now it's little. So why not we come together? The capital beba. It should be the same thing, 50-50, so that chunk of us a member. And it should be 50-50 then we bring it together. With so doing, we are now business partners. So obi need to me and see obi. Because a youth know with especially business, everyone wants to show you can say superiority. And will be a person to me say I'm the boss, I'm this, I'm that. So
I see you.
Hey, the way they are abusing CEO.
But money na mo yes CEO. Money na mo yes CEO. And also say youth come together for business. The only thing that will cause problem or rift is the finances. That is it. Nothing else.
Nothing else.
So they also need to check that.
So looking at the system, that's the labor market information system that the Minister of Labor and Jobs and Employment is bringing on board. Do you think it's going to create any real difference in terms of hunting for jobs and all of that? Because you've seen people hunt for jobs and then they never came back home. Yes, they'll tell you, oh, work at abroad. Exactly. Did you think people?
Oh, say Ebana buying there? I believe says
it's legit.
I'm buying crown and for this sky FIFA baby. What's that? Now the government is not even to be trusted though. Oh, but we were here now. Even things that belongs to government, we see corruption. Like we see people going behind the scene and doing things on their own. So if only they are going to do it with strict monitoring and evaluation, and they're better. But in the case where they'll just bring it and say it's going to be whom you know.
Oh yeah.
Whom you know. Yeah. And the people who really need that opportunity will still be walking about. And then they'll tell us that they've created 50 million jobs.
Yeah, so I think the link for the recruitment for Ghana Police, Ghana Immigration, Ghana Prison Service is out. And I've received the link. And I was like, hey, now link where I mean, okay, someone is interested, but Nipan will apply, and then they'll tell you, say, I am.
Person know this NSS way now buses here. No, I was telling that a junior of my got
cocoa board.
Okay, they said she should pay 600.
600
national service. Now me pay you saying.
She should pay.
No,
she should pay 600.
How much is national service pay?
It's not as if she has not been posted and she has been posted there.
She should go there.
Yes.
She should not pay any money.
They said she should pay 600, then they'll record, do whatever.
There's no need. When you're going to do your NSS, you don't pay anything. The only thing you pay for is taking your passport picture. Don't let anybody scam you. Even the passport picture, you can take it with your phone and go and print it.
They tell that people are so much, so go home and go and rest.
Do not let anybody. Those people should be called to order. Don't let anybody go and. How much is the national service pay?
I'm done.
No, but it's very bad. No.
Yes, but why should you pay money?
600 cedis.
You are giving them your services, and they want to take money from you.
So they want to tell that place is a hot cake. You cannot just come there like that. So you need to pay money.
600.
Then they'll record.
It doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't.
Me, that money safe. If I pay it, you vomit it.
But it's bad though.
Oh, it's bad.
It's very bad.
She can report.
Yeah, I think she can report. Once you have the documentation, you have everything that proves that you're supposed to be there. You need to stand your grounds. They'll see that you just let go. But please don't be scam out there. The only thing you pay when you go to the NSS office or you go to your place where you've been posted, the officer will sign, ask you for your passport picture.
Right.
Don't pay any money.
600 though.
Don't pay.
The thing is even penny me.
A guy jogger, no me here a jogger. All right, thank you so much for joining us in the news headline review. Up next, we have Today in History with Miss Regina Bliss.
Today in history, 1914, Tanga, Tanzania, Battle of Tanga. The advance of the British Indian Expeditionary Force on Tanga in what was then German East Africa, now Tanzania, began in earnest. The assault was repelled. The Germans under Paul von Lettow-Vorbeck achieved a notable victory despite being outnumbered. This campaign paved the way for Lettow-Vorbeck's long guerrilla campaign in East Africa during World War I. This event stood out as one of the early major engagements of the First World War on African soil. Amadou Tuamani Touari. He was born on this day 1948 in Mopti, then French Sudan, now Mali. Touari later became president of Mali 2002 to 2012 and is often remembered for his role in returning Mali to civilian rule. He left the military and for his later overthrow in 2012. This birth date is noteworthy on this day for West Africa. Nelson Mandela ANC meeting in South Africa. Nelson Mandela, then president, attended a meeting of the African National Congress ANC officials at its headquarters at Shell House, Johannesburg. While not a massive headline event globally, it is a documented on this day moment in South Africa's post-apartheid political history. To our sole observance of the day, use your common sense day. The day encourages people to apply practical, sound judgment and decision making in their daily lives. It was founded by Bob Bilanich and is a day to remember the importance of common sense, which is often defined as the ability to make simple, sensible decisions to avoid unnecessary dangers and drama. And that's all for today on Today in History. Some observances live on GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Miss Regina Bless, for Today in History and some observances of the day. And as part of the observances, they said, today is National Use Your Common Sense Day. There are some days, so.
No, wait, who has been drafting all this?
May say it was founded by Paul Bolanich.
To lay this day.
So you know I can also set up a day. You can also set up a day.
To lay this day aside.
Use your but he's right.
Use your common sense.
You know how to
day.
use your common sense.
So what does it mean? What is he trying to imply?
Yeah, use your common sense now.
But wait, what is
My
common
lecture
sense?
means like common sense is not for common people.
Exactly.
So I'm not
common
common.
sense is really expensive.
It's really expensive.
Yeah, you know how to use your common sense.
So
He's
please.
just trying to tell us you know how to use wisdom, applying wisdom to certain situations.
Right. I nearly beat up a mate the last time
Hey.
at circle.
You beat up.
We were like he's sitting in a car. He finished eating maize and then he put it on the floor.
Is it your car?
And I'm like, why don't you just put this one in the car?
On the floor outside.
Wait, dear, no.
You just say can you move floor?
I was
now,
like, oh. And another one today, a lady was sitting right in front of me in the trustee. I was with Debbie. On no peer or the other window or the other. I said, why? So please, today, since today is National Use Your Common Sense, if I see you today and I see that you are doing this, I'll just tell you today is National Use Your Common Sense.
You have to explain in court.
Hey, explain what in court. That person should be arrested for littering around.
Oh, as for Ghana, they were arrested for 6
and
months.
yes.
6 months.
Why will you litter?
Is either you pay 600 or you go in for 6 to 8 months, sort of.
Our rules need to work. It really needs to work.
They are working for people, but they are not working for some people. So the rules are there.
So please, today use your common sense. Right. Today in history, use your common sense. All right, Debbie's girl.
Welcome to Davis Grill, where we talk about issues that concern the state, void of politics, fear or favor. The Minister for Education, Haruna Idrisu, has criticized three arms of government, the executive, legislature, and the judiciary, for failing to protect the public purse and hold state institutions accountable for financial irregularities. Appearing before the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament, Mr. Idrisu said the recurring findings in the Auditor General's report reflect deep-seated institutional neglect and a lack of accountability across all levels of governance. We ought to remember at all times that sovereignty resides in the people, and when you are spending public resources, we all must be reminded that there will be a dire consequences when you betray the public purse. He cited Article 187 Clause 6 of the 1992 Constitution, which mandates Parliament to debate the Auditor General's report when necessary, recommend appropriate action in the public interest. So if from 1993 to yesterday, Parliament has not been responsive, that is an injustice to the Ghanaian people, in my opinion, the minister stated. So this was from Minister of Education Haruna Idrisu, criticizing the three arms of government, that's to do with the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary, for failing to protect the public purse. When we talk about the public purse, it has to do with the state money, our money, my money, your money, taxpayers' money, the taxes we pay every day. That same money is used into developing the country for our own benefit. It is true that taxes they use in building schools, they use in building hospitals, constructing roads for our own good. But it looks as if after we are done paying these taxes and even still paying, people who are supposed to protect the purse and ensure that the money is not being taken away by unseen hands do not do the needful, and then it feels like those same people are the one ditching their hands into the public purse and then taking out that same money that is supposed to be used in building the country. And that is why I don't agree with people when they say that there is no money in Ghana. Who lied to you? There is money here, there is money in the country. But the only problem is that the money is in possession of some people, some group or class of people. That is the only problem. If somebody should tell you that, oh, we don't have money in a country can never be broke. No matter how tough things are in that country, no matter how bad the economy is, a country can never be broke. Because as you are even saying the country is broke, the government is still transacting business. The government is still cooperating with other people. The government is partnering with other organizations to ensure a smooth running of the country. So you cannot tell me that the country is broke. There is money in the country. But the money is in the possession of few people. And so you cannot see the money. When this country people came to promise that they're going to protect the public purse, they're going to do this, they're going to do blah blah blah, at the end they won't so share. We don't see anything. So if the tax is taken as the executives, well, maybe we have to use this money to do this. I would like, as executive, the president and his cabinet. Maybe I feel like, well, we should project this money into this side, into that side, maybe into the health sector, into the agri sector, into the education sector. And after the executive, they are done with that. It doesn't end there. It goes to parliament. And that is when we have the legislative. What do? They speak on the issue. This is what the executives are bringing on board. We have to speak on it. Is it going to help us? How much are we going to pump into that project? How well is it going to benefit the country? How much are we going to generate from that particular project so we don't run at loss? Who are we going to appoint to ensure the affairs of that particular project? The legislative, the members of parliament deliberate on that. And that is why it's hurting when they don't go to parliament. Because that is what you're supposed to do. They do all those stuffs and pin it down. And then one person is being appointed as a minister. So we have the money, and then we feel like, no, we are all not going to have that upper hand to protect the public purse. So what are we going to do? Then let's appoint a finance minister. So the government can go ahead and be like, okay, I want to appoint this person. Then parliament will now come in. We want to vet the person. We want to know how capable this person is. We want to know how well this appointee of the government can protect the public purse. And after you are being vetted and you've proved to the world, you've proved to your people that you are capable or eligible to protect the public purse, you'll be given the nod. And after you've been given the nod, and so we don't see anything, there's been embezzlement here and then, and all those stuffs, the judiciary now comes in. Okay, fine. So we've given you this project for 6 to 8 months. According to what have been stated here, this amount of money was projected into that project. In the space of 3 years, the project needs to be completed. Now, according to the Auditor General's report, according to the findings of the Attorney General, according to that and that and that, then now they bring in the law. Now, the law states that the money that is supposed to be used to do that and that and that, if you're not able to do it, this is the punishment. This is the punishment that you're supposed to face. Then the judiciary steps in. And then you'll be sent into wherever you're supposed to go to serve your term. But Ghana, the judiciary has failed us. The legislatures have failed us. And then the executive, the 3 arms of government, they failed us. They've really failed us. And as the minister said, he's right. All the reports of the Auditor General, is, I would say, is a repetition of something that has been happening consistently. And we are not doing nothing. We are not doing anything about it. The only interest we have is questioning the person. Yes, you said you used this money for this project. How far? How did it go? Retrieve the money. We don't even know. And then it ends there. And then it keeps happening again. It keeps repeating itself. Example has to do with embezzlement of state funds. Government institutions ditching their hands into the coffers of the state, taking monies that do not belong to them, enriching themselves, and making it look as if there is no money in the country, but there is money. Pushing the money into their private accounts. And making it look as if you're not doing anything. And instead of these people to be jailed, for the judiciary to come in and then stand on our behalf, whatever. And they're not doing the right thing. Ghana have come to a level where we've normalized the arrest of people, the judiciary especially, normalized the arrest of people who goes to steal plantain, goes to steal egg, fowls, and then they are being jailed for 3 years, 4 years, 3 months, 5 years, 7 years, and then people have embezzled huge state money, taxpayers' money, allowed to go scot-free. Say yeah, Jenny case in a case that was brought somewhere 5 years ago, they'll keep adjourning the case till you yourself you are fed up, and then you just give up. But you are paying them. You are paying the lawyers because you want your matter to be dealt with amicably. But and then at the end of the day, they make the case a foolish case. Totally. The most painful aspect is the country is not able to retrieve the money. When they are retrieving money, no show the person who caused that loss to the state. And also in panel. And so I feel like we've made stealing or corruption, we make it so normal. We make it look as if you can as well do it. And because we've not set anybody as an scapegoat, as an example, everybody feels like they can do it. What is the use of the public account committee if after all this we are not able to retrieve any money? If after all this we still have people that will commit similar mistake? Are we only interested in questioning the people, or we are interested in bringing out a lasting solution to stop that, to seal that hole that is making them do what they do? That is what we should be looking at. Not bringing them on board, questioning them. That is nice. You question them, you ask them this money, how do you feel? Just said nowadays, immediately you wake up, you know the first thing you see is that and the amount of money you will see, like, I am sincere. Then you ask yourself, so we have such amount of money in the country, and we still go out begging for alms. If we are able to retrieve all this money, we will do well for ourselves. We have the laws, they are not working. The people who are to ensure that the laws are working are not doing their work. They are not doing their work. And then we end up arresting innocent people. And people who have messed up the state, people who have used state money to dig holes that has become a manhole of no use, we cannot find them. People who have pumped money into getting sky trains and all that, we cannot find them. And then we call ourselves a country that is ready to fight corruption. Setting up a committee to question all these people will not make sense if at the end we are not able to hold even an ant responsible and retrieving those monies. Thank you for making time with me on Debbie's Grill.
Thank you so much for making time with Debbie's Grill. Thank you for making time with News Headline Review. And thank you for making time with Today in History. And thank you for doing the listening. We're going for the news shortly. Please stick and stay with us.
GhanaTalks Radio in a mix. In a mix.
The best music in the world. The best.
Best music.
My favorite station.
GhanaTalks Radio. GhanaTalksRadio.com. Listen live. Listen live. Listen live.
I love. We love your station.
It's great.
Listen here. Listen here. Listen here. GhanaTalks Radio. GhanaTalks Radio. GhanaTalks Radio. GhanaTalks Radio. GhanaTalks Radio. This is big.
More music.
GhanaTalks Radio. GhanaTalks Radio. This is big. This is big. We bring you local Local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Welcome to the morning news update on Ghana Talks Radio. Coming up, Ghana explores new regional security platforms amidst growing security challenges. State housing company seeks private investment to address Ghana's housing deficit. Ghana to establish presidential archives nationwide. Former Member of Parliament for Ablekuma Central challenges Health Minister over light wave brouhaha. Lance Minister orders swift probe into attack on Nemos. These and many more coming up your way shortly. President John Dramani Mahama has hinted that Ghana may explore alternative regional security arrangements due to limited participation. This development comes after the Alliance of Sahel States showed limited participation in the Accra Initiative, a regional security effort aimed at enhancing cooperation among West African countries. The decision to consider a new security platform stems from the need to address growing security challenges in West Africa. Although the Accra Initiative's limited participation has raised alarm about its effectiveness in addressing the region's security challenges, President Mahama believes a new framework could provide a more comprehensive approach to regional security, allowing countries to share resources and expertise more efficiently.
We need continuous dialogue and engagement to be able to resolve some of the mutual challenges that we commonly face. The Accra Initiative was set up as a platform for our joint fight against violent extremism in the West African sub-region. Unfortunately, currently, the AES states are not participating in the Accra Initiative. And so what I've been engaged with is seeking a new platform that can bring them on board, because the fight is not theirs alone. It's a sub-regional fight, because violent extremism is like a cancer. It continues to grow and spread. And so currently we have discussions. I was in Mali a week ago to discuss the issue of a joint platform where we can collaborate to help them, and the international community can assist in the joint fight against violent extremism.
And that was from His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama. The state housing company is taking a significant step towards breaching Ghana's growing housing gap by engaging private investors to support its ambitious housing development plans. According to Managing Director John Bauer, the company aims to deliver 1,500 new homes through strategic partnerships with private developers. Speaking at the commissioning of Seasons Court, a fully sold-out apartment complex in Adenta, Mr. Bauer emphasized the need for collaboration with the private sector to tackle the country's housing deficit, estimated at over 1.8 million units. The State Housing Commission's initiative aligns with the government 24-hour economy policy aimed at creating jobs and improving national productivity. As Ghana's housing deficit continues to grow, the State Housing Company's initiative offers a promising solution, leveraging private sector expertise and funding its address to the country's housing needs.
State Housing, being a non-subvented agency, has been constrained over the years in terms of the scale of the housing that we're able to deliver in Ghana, because we have to rely on deposits from customers in order to continue our housing development. It limits how many units we've been able to do and how quickly we've been able to do this. So one of the things that the new administration has been doing is structuring ourselves to be able to attract a heavier participation from the private sector, because we know that there's a lot of private capital setting looking for safe, reliable projects to invest in. So to answer your question, what we're doing is actively engaging private sector developers, even quasi-government organizations. So like GCB Bank, Republic Bank, SIC Life, these are all funds that are ready, there's patient capital and ready to support the housing initiative. And we also take inspiration from our sector ministry, the Ministry of Works, Housing and Water Resources, and Honorable
Minister of Education Haruna Idrisu has announced plans to establish presidential libraries across Ghana to preserve the country's democratic legacy and leadership history. These libraries will serve as national archives, centers for civic education and leadership development, providing space for easy access and appreciate to the contribution of past presidents. To move forward, the Ghana Library Authority, led by Dr. Michael Atto, will develop a legislative framework for the establishment and governance of the proposed libraries. The Minister of Education has also emphasized the need for public-private partnerships to establish libraries in rural communities and expand the scope to cover free senior high schools.
I intend again coming to Parliament. We should borrow from the American experience of having presidential libraries across the country in honor of those who have democratically served our country. You can have a dedicated library that does it. And Chair, the reading culture in Ghana needs to improve. I mean, if you travel abroad in the morning, everybody is holding a newspaper or a magazine. And then you come to Ghana, it is only when you have to comment on the report that you look around to see the report and catch your breath on the report. So we generally have to look at the reading culture of Ghana. Chair, I was in the Brown Hafo region, and I'm particularly encouraged by the enthusiasm and support of chiefs. The Omahini of Sunyani invited me home and said, look, what does it take for government to complete the Sunyani Regional Library? I've gotten a similar request from the chiefs and people of Koforidua. What does it take? Then, Chair, you go to many of the schools, they do not have adequate and supportive libraries. We need to invest more in libraries. I'm seeking to come to Parliament to revise the Ghana Library Authority legislation and to make a strong case for them to have at least every school must have a minimum of a library in good standing. Not when, and probably if we have the resources, we should even be thinking about digital library for the student, whether secondary school or at whatever level. So, Chairman, what accounts for the increase in expenditure is driven largely by the need. And across the country, I was in the Upper East region, I was told that, for instance, even Regional Directorate of Education, no office to house them, Metro Director of Education, no office to house them, no library. Our children shouldn't just be in school, they must be in school to learn.
You heard from Minister of Education Haruna Idrisu. Former Blekuma Central Member of Parliament Nina Te has called on the Health Minister Kwabena Minta Kando to provide audit reports and disclose the institutions responsible for the alleged irregularities in the Lightwave e-healthcare solutions. This comes amid controversy surrounding the 100 million contract signed in 2019 for the implementation of the Lightwave Health Information Management. The contract, worth 100 million, aimed to deploy a comprehensive health information management across 950 health facilities nationwide. Minister Kando argues that despite paying over 77 million, representing more than 70% of the contract, the vendor delivered less than half of the planned health facility connections. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health sought to renegotiate the contract, insisting on data ownership and administrative control, assuring the public of transparency and accountability in addressing the issue.
Living in a country, they be amekase ye nimuko ebeye den. Esan say ye di bibia ye amanyosem. Na ye di ye amanyosem so a emma oman no enko nenim. Esan say we ena ye misuma ba misumi pese me ye we.
Okay.
Say ebeye sade a I don't think say ebe boa ye ewo kwan bia so. Upa upon sure ma reporters no, and that's one thing I was may expect from the media houses. Say minister started on money life ways issues by no more hospitals no. I say what is the situation? Say what is the current situation? Is it affecting the medical care in the various hospitals? Ana say I mean say uko Mamprobi Polyclinic, and I say uko Kolebu Teaching Hospital, and I say uko Brekum Teaching Hospital, and I Brekum Hospital. Doctors say what no? Are they using the same software now? If they are not, then what is the situation there? Are they still using paper and pen? Sebi. I think the show before that Eddie Abana saying say Minister any omuko back and forth here Eddie in Sembebre Abbey. Enya implication be affecting hospital no anyone walk hospital no ana. It's a question I'm asking. Very TV no ya hospital so akwa.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying say we are. My reporters no enco all them hospitals Ridge wa higher.
Okay.
It's a Ridge hospital. Say doctors. Kwan ben so na money patients then enya nkitan wodie.
Okay.
Kwan ben so na money omo informations are previously no it is the computer in front of you are. You send okoye lab or see oko doctor ya send akọ okoye we also oko doctor say ekobisa say what is the situation to say as we speak. Minister say why auditing. I'm yet to hear the minister mention the audit firm Musa Akwenya no say omunkoye auditing ewe Juma life way for a year. I'm yet to know. And minister on in the press conference has never mentioned an audit firm or an institution or no mandate to go and do that auditing in the various hospitals that he's talking about. Has he mentioned any? He has not. So I'll be surprised, say, you sit in the comfort of your office. Now the castle makoye auditing. Why not small so onkoye auditing? So audit institution not catch so munko say KPMG what the issue on family na ehwe oh intina me say KPMG say Stuttgart Institute of Chartered Accountant.
Why KPMG?
I'm mentioning the ones that I know.
Okay.
Say Ghana Audit Service say ya Chartered Accountant firm bio. No the ambassador. This is an auditor. Audit firm where the buyer say based on the contract being signed between the Republic of Ghana in 2015 when the Minister for Health at that time Alex Sebefia and then John Bahama was then the president and still the president no so contract that almost signed no and then no we are 2016 2017 the new government no every new contracts anymore my A B C D E F G H ye share ye no ni esese mu ye no muntumi ye.
Chief of Staff Julius Deborah has expressed optimism about the potential of the Volta Economic Zone to transform the Volta region and significantly improve livelihoods across the country. Speaking on behalf of the President at the 2025 Hogbechocho Festival Grand Deba, Mr. Deborah emphasized that the initiative will mark a turning point in the region's development. The Volta Basin will be positioned as a national production zone and logistic corridor connecting northern food-producing regions to southern market and export points. It includes cultivating over 2 million hectares of lakeside farmlands and revitalizing fisheries for both domestic and export market. The Volta Economic Zone is expected to unlock the economic potential of the Volta Basin, harnessing its resources to drive growth and development. According to Mr. Julius Debra, the project will create jobs for Ghanaians and improve their livelihoods. The Chief of Staff also urged the chiefs and people of the Volta region to support the vision of the President and pray for its success.
4 years ago, when the President of the time, Osajifu Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, thought of the idea of building a dam across the Volta Lake, many people doubted it. Some even said it was waste of resources. But we now have Akosombo Dam that supplies electricity not only to Ghana, but to some of the neighboring countries. In the same way, President John Dramani Mahama is also conceived of a vision to establish what we call the Volta Economic Zone. He believes that all the water that runs from the north into the sea goes wasted. Therefore, if we are able to invest and to develop either banks of the river into agricultural production zones, whereby we will add agro-processing industries, factories, and create a zone where we'll be able to export and also to enable river transport between Ghana and the Sahelian countries. He believes that will go a long way to create a lot of jobs for the people in the Volta region and the people in Ghana as a whole. My request today is to appeal to all the chiefs and people of Volta region that anytime you go to the traditional houses, anytime you go down on your knees, please remember your son John Dramani Mahama in prayers, and let's pray so that such an important vision shall come.
The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa, has ordered swift investigations into the attack on members of the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat during an operation at the Broni Krom near Shediem in the Ahafo region. The violent attack happened after the NIMOS director and his team intercepted illegal miners operating in the area. Preliminary police investigations revealed that the NIMOS team had arrested several suspects and retrieved key exhibits including a Smith & Wesson pistol, ammunition, 2 pistol magazines, unregistered Range Rover, unregistered Toyota RAV4, and several mobile phones. In a statement issued on Monday, November 3rd, the Lands Minister strongly condemned the assault, describing it as unacceptable and a direct affront to law enforcement efforts. This aligns with the government's firm commitment to bring to book all perpetrators who aid, support, or front the continuous dissemination of the environment, the statement read. Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Christian Tete Yohonu, has directed the Criminal Investigations Department to take over the case and conduct a detailed investigation into the circumstances surrounding the attack. In business, some oil marketing companies have begun reducing fuel prices at the pumps in line with industry projections of a significant drop per litre from November 1st. Market leader Star Oil is now selling a litre of petrol at 11.59, down from 12.77, based on discounted price at selected service stations across Ghana. Diesel has dropped from 12.97 per litre on October 20th to 12.47. Another major player, Zin Petroleum, on October 31st reduced its prices Petrol now sells at 11.97 per litre, while diesel goes for 12.17. Sources says Zinc's prices could remain unchanged for a week before review. Several oil marketing companies plan to implement further price reduction this week, especially among top brands with the largest market share. The Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, in its end of October market data report, projected fuel prices could fall up to 8% per litre. This was driven by a drop in global crude oil prices and the cedi's strong appreciation in October 2025. Both factors, the report noted, played an instrumental role in the projected price decrease at the pumps. From October 16 pricing window, the cedi appreciated from 12.63 to 11.21 per dollar, an 11.22% gain, nearly offsetting the 13.33% depreciation recorded in the third quarter. Analysts attribute this rebound to the Bank of Ghana's shift to spot forex sales, which improved market efficiency and dollar liquidity. On the international front, crude oil prices fell to a 5-month low, dropping 6.49% to 62.82 per barrel amid US-China trade tensions and fear of a supply glut in late 2025. Prices of refined petroleum products also declined. Petrol now sold at 3.30%, diesel 2.48%, and LPG at 2.35%. Petrol is expected to decline up to 5.21 per litre, bringing pump prices down to around 12.92 from 13.93. Diesel could fall between 6.03% and 8.30% to about 13.10 per litre, down from 14.56. Liquefied petroleum gas is projected to drop by 6.66%, reaching roughly 13.60 per kilogram. If all 200 plus oil marketing companies implement this adjustment, this could mark the biggest drop in fuel prices so far in 2025. The Bank of Ghana is also set to inject $1 billion into the market in November under its revised foreign exchange market intermediation program. The initiative could see the central auction about $300 million twice a week in November to license commercial banks on spot basis. This was contained in a notice to dealers and traders of participating commercial banks. The Bank of Ghana stated that subsequent monthly volumes will be determined based on prevailing market conditions. It added that the bank remains firmly committed to transparency in its operations and will continue to disclose all relevant information regarding its foreign exchange activities. In October, the Bank of Ghana injected $1.15 billion under the Forex Exchange Intermediation Program. The dollar auction was carried out in what the central bank described as a market-neutral manner on a spot basis. Market watchers believe these interventions contributed significantly to the cedi's record appreciation in October 2025. Data from the Bank of Ghana shows the cedi appreciated against the US dollar by 13.9% as of the end of October 2025. Average daily trading volume on the interbank market stood at 22 million, contributing to a total monthly interbank volumes of 848 million. Some commercial banks have attributed the cedi's rally to new forex and monetary policy, a key factor that has been the Bank of Ghana's decision to revise its forex market interventions, moving from weekly auctions to spot sales for commercial banks. In October 2025, the Bank of Ghana commenced foreign exchange intermediation under the domestic gold purchase, with plans to sell up 1.15 billion each month. These sales are conducted on a spot basis through twice weekly, price competitive auctions to all licensed banks. At an engagement with the banks, the Bank of Ghana governor explained that there would be no conditions and air marking for allocations to ensure a level playing field and transparent market access. The reforms introduce major changes to how the Bank of Ghana intervenes and sells dollars to commercial banks. In football, Arsenal FC defender has admitted there was a possibility for him to leave the Arsenal for Real Madrid before he signed a contract extension in September. Saliba touched on the subject in an interview with the French media in the aftermath of a signing of 5-year contract extension. The 24-year French defender was reportedly targeted by Real Madrid in part to reunite him with the Kylian Mbappe. The pair played together at the youth level at AS Bandy. Saliba's response has stirred up concerns among Arsenal fans over his future at the London club. He has been integral in Arsenal's brilliant defensive to lead the English Premier League standards. The Gunners have scored 18 goals and conceded just 3. Ghana Premier League side Bechem United have parted ways with head coach Stephen Desmond Issa Bochwe and his assistant Bright Anthony Kunedu. The two were relieved of their roles after the goalless draw against Nations FC on Friday. The game was the first away point for Nations FC, who were handled for the first time by Stephen Frimpong Manso. The point from the game left Hunters wallowing in the relegation zone with just 4 points more than the bottom place Baseke Holy Stars. The notice hinted at plans to appoint a coach over a new technical direction aimed at improving performance and achieving sporting objectives for the season. In showbiz, Same Flakes, the PR and media manager of Ghanaian dancehall Shatawale, has described his new role as excellent. He highlights that the transition from his previous position as overall manager has been smooth and rewarding. He said his current position is not drastically different from his earlier role, attributing Shatawale's recent acceptability and goodwill in the music industry to teamwork and artist-own commitment to growth. When asked how he would assess his performance, he said it's been excellent, so far so good. I'm happy with the results I'm seeing, he added. In recent months, Shatawale has revamped his management structure, bringing in new faces and portfolios. The restructuring is aimed at expanding the Shatta Movement brand and strengthening its global reach. And that is all for now on the morning news update. Do want to log on to all streaming platforms as well as logging on to our website at www.GhanaTalksRadio.com for more news updates. I am Deborah Dawes, so do have a good morning.
Occasion demands the company of good music that fits the purpose. At GTR Sounds, we understand your need to create just the right atmosphere for your wedding or engagement, party, funeral, crusade, political campaign or rally, or just any other event, as well as executive and corporate functions. With our modern and high-quality spinning machines, mixers, microphones, and power amplifiers, binary speakers, and subs, we offer the highest of sound quality and music play at events and functions. At GTR Sounds, we have a team of seasoned and highly experienced sound engineers who understand just the right choice of music for your events. Locate our studios at Aponchi Hotel in Anya or call our numbers 054-8522-897 or 027-3363-973. You can also reach via our email sounds@GhanaTalksRadio.com. At GTR Sounds, we take care of your events.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
Ghana Talks Radio, #1.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion on Ghana Talks Radio. It's a Tuesday morning, the first Tuesday of the month of November, the last but 1 month, the 11th hour. There was just, I don't know if I should say a myth or something, but people believe that there is a miracle in the 11th hour. So 11th November, and then on the 11th of November, people are going to do a lot of things. The 11th hour miracle. But do you believe in these things, though?
Why not? As a Christian, you see, sometimes I may sound controversial, but if one is not prepared enough, that is when we always look forward for an 11th hour miracle. But if you are adequately prepared and you have planned very well, it's simply means you are going to do all your best to achieve something within a stipulated time and not wait till the 11th hour, especially with respect to students. Instead of you to sit and be reading your books from the beginning of the semester or the term to the last day, rather the person will be holding on, be going to the parties, be doing all the unnecessary things till the last minute. That is where the person will be expecting a certain miracle to happen. Yes, I believe in miracles, but miracles only happen to people who have prepared themselves enough and adequately to take an opportunity. So yes, there is an 11th hour miracle, but you have to prepare for that.
I know why Ima is smiling, because I think Ima is prepared for the 11th hour miracle on the 31st of January 2026, when Baumia is being crowned the flag bearer of the NPP once again. And Ima, am I lying?
It's true. For the last, for me, like you said, I don't normally trust those things. I believe in adequate preparations. You need to prepare yourself. But somewhere along the line, when you prepare and it didn't go in your favor, that is where you have to hope for the last minute. But in any case, as human, you always have to make sure you prepare adequately towards anything. Indeed, if you have something in mind to do, you need to prepare towards it. You don't always, for me, those who believe in the miracle like last hour, I believe that one way or the other, they are trying the patience of God, or they are trying God. Yes. But I think it is important you prepare, and when you prepare enough, if it doesn't go on well, then you rely on the other alternatives.
All right, that's fine. Well, that was just a brief conversation about what November might bring to your table. But yeah, we are here in the studios. We are here ready and about to serve you the best of the conversations you can have in the capital of Ghana, Accra, in the studios of Ghana Talks Radio. This morning we are going to share with you some topics of social and national interest with my folks here, my brothers, my colleagues, my people, who always make the conversations very, 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 very entertaining, interesting, and enlightening. And the person of Mr. Cranton Ivan, who speaks for the NDC, and Mr. Chambers Emmanuel, who speaks for the NPP. The NPP, who are also preparing vigorously towards their There are primaries in the month of January 2026. We wish you all the best, too.
Many thanks. It's going to be a very lovely game.
Wow.
Very lovely game.
Okay.
Yeah. There are some jobs coming in, but soon and very soon it will be over. You understand? That's the nature of Ghanaian politics.
Politics, okay.
Yeah. Even at the school base, in primaries, people give out those jobs and all that.
Okay, all right. But do you strongly believe your candidate is winning?
Honestly, for now, I'm neutral.
Yeah. Oh, really? Now you are neutral?
Due to one or two reasons. Some kind of pressure and all that.
Wow.
I was a communicator for Brian Achampon.
Okay.
But somewhere along the line,
you switched.
Well, I don't want to conclude that, but there's some kind of pressure and all that. So for now, I decided to remain neutral.
Wow. You are bound to pressure.
You see, not really. You might not understand. The thing is that, you see, as we are trying to come up in politics, there are some people you look up to. And sometimes when they say certain things, as a young one, you need to, respect their view.
Okay.
So for me, it's something I really don't want to go into it much. Okay. So let's just end it there.
Okay. I know.
He's so much interested in that.
I was thinking that Brian will be very disappointed to hear you speak this morning.
As individual, we always take decisions, and when you take decision, irrespective of what it is, you have to stand by your decision, because I think you go through a careful process in deciding on or arriving at a decision. So when you are able to take that decision, it means you've gone through all the process. So if you must say he's succumbing to pressure,
not really. See, people deflect in their political lines, even from NDC to NPP. Okay. Talk less of internal contest. So for me, there's a clear reason I don't want to go deep into this. But I think my brother is coming in a way to force me to.
No, not at all. When it is personal and you don't want to talk about it, I respect that. But do you know? Then it would have been better to have stayed neutral from the onset till now, because if you have once taken a decision, you coming as a neutral person now, what has gone into it? There will be a lot of backlash. You see, it's either he switched or he maintains where he is.
Okay.
And if he loses with dignity. Everyone would say he took a decision, he stood by his decision, but it didn't go well.
Okay.
Now, because of godfatherism, because of probably someone he's looking up to who is not in the camp that he belonged to initially, now he wants to switch to that. And he may also not be able to also campaign for that for him, because maybe the one that his godfather is clamoring for is not also winnable. Maybe his godfather is solidly behind Engineer Kwabena Japan, where we all know Engineer Kwabena Japan is not winning this particular race, because everything here has been skewed towards Bawumia. Me, if he is taking a decision to follow Bawumia, I will support him. And probably
that's the more reason I said we should not go into
probably if he also wants to support Kennedy, fine. If you want to support Brian, yes, I think Brian is from my constituency.
Oh, really?
He is a former constituency member of my constituency before he left to Abetifi. So for me, irrespective of anything, if I have anyone to speak for, I'll speak for Brian, because from what I have seen him do within my constituency, the people that he have lifted, the people that he has supported, and the kind of activities that he does for the community, I think I will support him. That is because he is coming from my constituency. But other than that, I respect his opinion. If you want to stay neutral, then he should know he is playing the neutral as neutral, but they shouldn't play the neutral supporting Baumia or
behind closed doors.
Yeah, no, for that one we know you have first supported Brian. Okay. So when you start doing that, we will come and tell you that. Hey, so you ditch Brian for Baumia. Okay. But let me just leave there. But Mr. Mario, on a more important note, please let me say good morning to our cherished viewers.
Sure.
And say good morning to your very self and my brother. And let me use this medium to apologize to our viewers. Last week something happened. I should have been in the studios, but some circumstances beyond my control. I came as far as Pukwase.
Wow.
Yet then I had an issue, but still I decided to come. I came. I think I got to somewhere. Ablikuma. That was when I realized the show has ended. Then I decided, let me go back. So I am apologizing to our viewers for not showing up last week. It wasn't intentional.
Sure.
It was just an error that I couldn't control. Yes, and so please, they should forgive me. Though I was on the fly, I couldn't make it. I'm very sorry.
Sure. We are forgiving you, but don't do that again.
Anyways, but Ivan, yesterday was there some sword cutting yesterday? The big push people.
You see, Mr. Murray.
Yes, sir.
When you try to follow government, each and every other day there is something new happening. From the day that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was sworn into office, so just even today, this morning, there has been series of activities from the government quarters, day in and day out. So don't be surprised that there are lunches, there are commissioning, they are sword cutting and all those things. Every other day, the President of the Republic of Ghana has sworn an oath to serve the good people of Ghana with his policies that he outlined during the campaign, with the programs that he keep on bringing on board, with a whole lot. So don't be surprised at all. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and his appointees have sworn an oath to serve the good people of Ghana. So each and every other day, expect something new. Even today, be expecting something new.
Okay. Emma, something new happened, I think, on Sunday as well. Did you hear?
For this government, everything keeps happening. And at all material times, things are happening. So specifically, what is it?
Well, we heard that some MPs had mobilized some tax against the people fighting Galamsey.
Yeah, sure. Sometimes it's not easy, but we just try to speak. For me, I tried as much as possible not to talk about it. But even posting on Facebook or whatever, I've not even posted anything about it. It's indeed unfortunate that people that were supposed to protect our environment, protect the lives of people in this country for us, they are those that are destroying our lands, water bodies, and our lives for us. In fact, it seems they have seen their future. So whatever bothers us as the Ghanaians, they don't really care about it. If the government is putting initiatives to fight against Galamsey, in fact, a national canker for that matter, and you as a member of parliament or members of parliament, part of the ruling government, decided to stop or even go ahead to fight against the military or the people that are deployed to go and fight against Galamsey, then you're not doing us any good.
Okay.
If you want to talk about it, you say you are speaking from, it's propaganda and all that, but that is not the case. The reality of it is that let's all agree, let all try to condemn and act when it is wrong.
Okay.
What they did was the list, and I don't know as members of parliament what action will be taken against them. But I am so surprised that these people are still working. You see, some of these things, we need to be arresting some of these people.
Okay.
Like these actions like this, if the government should order for their arrest, then let them pass through some, clear sanctions, and that alone would throw a light to others, other members of parliament, to learn from it. It is not the best that we continue to fight the poor in terms of fighting against Galamsey, and the rich are working. It is clear that these two people are involved in Galamsey. I think there was a day I sat here and said, we have members of parliament that are involved in this Galamsey. And one of the communicators, I can't remember the person vividly, said, I have no evidence to it. And I said, me, I won't mention names. You see where I said, I know members of parliament who are deeply involved in Galamsey. And until measures are taken to control some of these things, it will never help us. And I don't know any member of parliament who happens to be an MPP involved in Galamsey, but I know NDC members of parliament who are involved in Galamsey. What happened is a typical example, and nobody anywhere can say somewhere to question what I'm saying. You can't. You understand? So what happened, I would condemn it. And the way I would condemn it as an NDC, if it is an MPP member, I would have condemned it the same way.
All right, thank you very much. Ivan,
Mr. Murray.
So you people table you table a file in Parliament to revoke the LI. You turn around, you incite people to fight the people fighting against Galamsey. What sort of contradictory activities is going on in your
party?
Attitude
for that matter.
Thank you, Mr. Omari. This issue, what is wrong is wrong. There is no justification for that which is wrong. And whoever is involved in Galamsey must be called to order, and the law should take its course and deal with the person without fear or favor. Now, Mr. Murray, if you take notice on social media, every single NDC member condemns the action that has happened. I am no exception. Whatever that has happened, it's wrong. The mob attack on the NIMOS operative is wrong, and we shouldn't countenance such. Now, Mr. Murray, to every issue, there are different sides of the story.
All right.
We have a side from Erasmus. We have had a side from the ministry, and now we also I think through a press release, the MP involved also narrated his side. However it is, whoever is speaking the truth, I'm in no position to know whether the MP is telling us the truth or Erasmus Asaridonko is telling us the truth. The best people who can also give us a clear
narrative of what happened,
narrative of whatever that happened, will be the NIMOS
operatives.
They should also let us know what actually happened, because I think the whole issue surrounds about someone who has been handcuffed, and the people wanted him to be taking the handcuff off from his hands before he's taken to the police station, where the NIMOS operative also decided, no, we are not. I think it is because of that the whole incident happened. But please, whatever it is, no single individual has the right to raise a finger on an operative, whether the person is on a mission or not. So far as the person is wearing a uniform as a state official, a security personnel, you have no right, you have no locus to lay a finger on that person.
Okay.
So if those person who did that act should be called to book, they should arrest such people and they should let them face the law.
All right.
When we do that, we are sending a clear signal to the people out there that you can't touch those who have been those who have been mandated by the laws of the republic when they are on due course. But that being aside, I think the NP has narrated the side of the story that he was on a funeral, on a trip to a funeral, where he received a call that there's this incident and he should intervene. That was when he went to the scene, and per whatever he said he did not go there with any person. That is his side of the story. And do you know what I have also realized among the Galamsey community is when there is any action, immediately that thing happen, the people who are in the community get a wind of it, then they start mobilizing to the place. Maybe it may be through that they got the wind of it and got to the place.
Okay.
But they getting to the place, they have no locus, they have no right to lay hands on the person. The best they could have done is to allow them to go through the right process. And even if there is any intervention that they want to, they know the right channel to go through. But preventing NIMOS on their operation, I believe it was way out of order, and those people should be they should be called to book, and the law should take its course.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Moving on, let's look at our topics for today. Yesterday, I saw a story. It's interesting. One MP said that MPs are the most occupied working people we have in Ghana here. And from that, we saw here Anyaso Tioma, our former MP, say that it's about time we consider appointing deputy MPs so that we take some pressure off the MPs who have been elected. But what do you make of this? All these people we have in parliament, do we need deputy MPs? Is it so much of a work on the shoulders of MPs that they would need assistance from deputies to be able to handle all these works? Because this is coming from one of your people.
One of our people. All right. So, watching the video closely, a call by the former member of parliament.
Yeah.
I think that's this constituency, right?
Yeah.
To appoint or for the appointment of deputy MPs. To me, carefully looking at the matter, I think I have two stands for that issue.
Okay.
Yes. I think on one hand, I believe that that call would strengthen the parliamentary work and also promote good representation. That is on one hand. Why? Because I've observed something that most of the MPs, especially those from the northern part of Ghana, when they are elected and they run to Accra here, you don't even know their way back to their constituencies. When we elect them, they come to Accra. Whatever they do here, it's only God that knows. They run away. I don't want to say they run away. I don't know whatever they are doing here. They always leave the disgruntled lives of their constituents, flummox. Sometimes when the people are going through challenges that they need to talk to a member of parliament, sometimes they don't even get the person. And so appointing a deputy minister, a deputy MP to maybe be at the constituency level, think it will be a good rule. That maybe if you want to talk to the member of parliament, you can try as much as possible. Even if you are not getting the one elect, you can talk to the deputy.
Okay.
And also looking at things, the MPs sometimes, clearly some of them are occupied. They have to attend meetings and all that. Some of them really they are occupied. And that's viewing it from that point, it is important that we consider the idea of getting deputies so that they can assist them in their works. It is important.
Okay.
On the other hand, I look at this call to be a very weak one, of course. Why? Because I don't see the work the MPs are doing. If you compare the work of an MP to a class teacher in primary 6 or primary 3, that class teacher is doing far better than the MP.
Okay.
Clearly, some people would argue this, but I'm telling you that a teacher that will have to go and teach, give exercise, mark the exercise, is doing a great job more than, or is well occupied than the member of parliament. The thing is this, some of the MPs, I don't see what they do. The only thing they go to parliament to do is to say yeah, and that ends it there. They don't talk. Some of the MPs equally have PAs. They don't go to parliament. You understand? Sometimes it baffled me so much. You see the minority side in parliament calling on the speaker or the majority leader to talk to his people to come to parliament. Common quorum in parliament, there are no members of parliament to form. And that is the house where government business is discussed. You understand?
Yeah.
It's a worry. It's indeed a worry that you are elected to be at parliament, to go to the office and represent your people. You go there and you are very quiet. You are silent as if you are in the cemetery. You don't even talk. And yet we have to appoint deputies. I think that is going to waste government expenditure. It's going to increase government expenditure.
Okay.
And to me, that is not the best.
Okay.
The MPs that are elected, if indeed they are going to work and they are going to really support the people that have elected them, I am telling you, they can do it and do it very well. We have a good number of MPs in this country that are doing very well. We equally have MPs in parliament, they don't do anything. You understand? If we have to appoint what is the name, deputy MPs, then we have to look at the government structure. We are very lucky and unfortunate that the current, or I always say the inefficient government you have right now, the NDC government, promise us lean government, but currently as we sit, in the history of our country, they have formed the largest government we have ever seen. Oh, that is it.
I didn't know.
Presidential staffers, they will come one way or the other to say that they are not going to appoint deputy regional ministers, but they will appoint presidential staffers, 16 of them to represent these regions, and their payment, their salaries, conditions of service and all that is more than a deputy regional minister. So clearly it's equal to that of the deputy regional ministers, and so the number is already there. For me, the government comes, government goes. Whatever it is, they have enough appointees to develop our country for us. I don't see the work of the MP.
Okay.
Clearly, I want to stand on this.
They should be having deputies.
They should to do what?
Okay.
To be at the constituency level, or to also be there and be adding year to the already existing year. You understand?
Yeah.
If we have to develop this country, we have to view it from this point of getting small number of people to work for us. We should remember when we appoint these people and the deputy MPs, we are going to lose a lot of resources. We are going to probably create offices for them, pay them and all stuff. We have countries, Europe countries, that don't even have a large number like Ghana, but yet they are doing well. They are managing their economy and everything is moving on well. So it's about time we need to try as much as possible to copy the lifestyle of some other countries. Then we'll try to see if this country can also be like foreign countries.
Okay.
I don't think everyday appointments and all that. Go to the presidency, go to Parliament. A lot of appointments, presidential staffers, especially when you go to the agric side. I think we have the agric minister, we have
deputy
director, not even deputy. There's someone also taking the same salary as that of the agric minister. Director at the presidency, in charge of agric and agric business. As isn't yes, they have someone like that.
Okay.
And if you listen and pay attention to his emoluments, condition of service, and that of allowances, is equal to that of the minister. Yes, these are some of the issues that we are having in this country. We are already having, and looking at the government structure, we are already having enough people to help develop this country.
The you don't think it's about the numbers, it's just about the competence.
It's just about the competence. These MPs you are talking about, from where I'm coming from, every elect MP is having a secretary at the constituency there, working with the constituency executives, having personal assistant at the parliament. So there's no need appointing a deputy MP. That is going to be a waste of resource. Yes, he's a member of MPP, a former member of parliament for that matter, but that is not to say that his decision, I don't know where he harvested this decision from. No, we have seen how most government, especially this government, germinated a lot of portfolios. Now I learned there's another appointment ongoing at the Go board. I don't know whether I'm praying that one of these days I'll hear that my very good friend has also been appointed. And so they are still appointing. As of now, they have not even finished. I'm sure they'll end this year and they will not still finish giving out appointment. But I'm not here to do politics. But I am just saying that the current government has done enough. Maybe we can consider it when we have a government that would promise us lean government and would truly stick to their promises. But for now, we had a government that promised us lean government. But I'm telling you that in the history of Ghana has formed the largest government ever. So there's no need adding another appointment, because if we should hear them, if we let them hear it, they are going to consider it. And when they consider it, they will do it because they claim they have the numbers. You understand? So clearly on this matter, we should not even let some of them hear it. We should even let the NDC government hear this. If not, they are going to consider it and very soon
implement it.
Yes. And another point of it, sorry, I don't know if I still have some time.
You can.
Another point of it you have to look at is the appointment. It means that the government will have to do the appointment. The government would have to do the appointment. So if you are an MPP member elect, then the appointment they are going to do, it is possible that will be an NDC person. And at the district level, I think we already have someone that is representing the government. Representing the government of Ghana. That's the district chief executive or the MMDC. You understand? So that position is going to be a tutelar one, of course, a position without description. And this government can consider it, but we are pleading with them, when they hear it, they should not consider it at all. It shouldn't be one of the things that they should consider. And going forward, we should try to encourage our political leaders to believe in lean government, rather than giving appointment to anybody at all. Some of them cannot even do the work, but yet because the person supported in the campaign, you have no option. You have to give out the appointment, and that way is killing us softly. You understand? I can imagine teachers and nurses doing a great job. They are not even paid. We don't even have the resources to pay them and all that. There are a lot of graduates who are in the system, and yet we have to go and be creating political offices. These political offices, it doesn't help us anyway. For me, it doesn't help us. I think even the number of MPs we have in this constituency, in this country, clearly we can have like 150 MPs, and this country will be a better country for us. The ministers, we can just join some of the ministries together, and we have, let's say, 10 ministers in this country. Other countries, they have just less number, and they are doing very well. You understand? So when it comes to appointment, I have never supported MPP when they were appointing ministers, and it was one of the policies I love. When in going into 2024 elections, anytime I listen to 24-hour economy, I said, no, John Mama, you can't do it. You understand? It's just like I don't want to compare you to any of the MPP policies, but I knew that these people, it was just a flashy policies. Like they just want to get attention of the Ghanaians. But when I listened to them telling us that the NPP government have appointed a large number of people, and that when they come, especially ministers, and that when they come, they were going to reduce the number. I love it. But you and I know, when you say you are going to, if you promise people a lean government, it's not just about the ministers. Lean government is not just about the ministers and deputies. No, that isn't it. Okay. But it's about making sure that people that you are going to, people that are going to occupy offices, you have a less number, but keep them busy.
Okay.
So I think that this office, if one person or two people are supposed to work here, and you end up having 5 people here, some people will be idle, and that is the reason some of the members of parliament are showing negative attitude towards work.
Okay.
You understand? So for me, that's the two stance of this matter.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ivan.
Mr. Murray, thank you. I think my brother has struggled a lot with his submissions, and he just made mention of a whole lot of things. And NDC promised lean government, but we have not delivered lean government. NDC promised this, but we have not delivered it. But he wasn't able to even quantify, give quantity, a specific amount to all that he said. He said NDC have appointed a lot of presidential staffers, which is even false. He even doesn't know that the NDC, the current presidential staffers at the presidency, are not even up to 100. They are not up to 100. He can tell me if they are. He should tell me. Please, even including the presidential staffers who are acting as from the region. Including them, they are not up to 100. Unlike at their time where we had about 1,129, is it 1,129 presidential staffers? NDC, as we are speaking currently, is having 58 ministers. 58.
But he did mention that it's not just about the ministers. All the other appointments.
You see, even the all other appointments that he is talking about, at their time they appointed all the other appointments. Meanwhile, as we are speaking, the president have not appointed even half of what they did.
Okay.
As we are speaking, he can, if he thinks what I am saying, he can prove me wrong.
Which I have evidence.
I will be humbled enough to say yes. Probably I don't have. But as I am speaking, we have 58 ministers. They at their time had about 129 ministers, 129 or 130 ministers.
Clearly, I spoke on that.
Please. We had that. True or false? We had 58 ministers. So when someone promised you a lean government and a person is having 58 ministers comparatively to yours, which was 129, is it a lean government or not? When the person is having less than 100 staffers, where you were having over 1,000 staffers, is it lean or not? Listen, at their time, we had one ministry. The agric ministry, for instance, we have deputy in charge of animal husbandry, we have deputy in charge of crops, we have deputy in charge of pest, we had deputy in charge about one ministry, one minister, one ministry, and 4 deputies. Can you imagine?
Just like agric side today.
That is absurdity. That is absurdity. Now let's come back to business. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama promised lean government, and he has delivered.
Okay.
he was here saying what? At one ministry, let me take the communication ministry for instance. Eslo Usu was the then communication minister. She had technical advisors, about 10 technical advisors at that same ministry. At that same ministry had an annex at the presidency with extra technical advisors from operating from the presidency. Can you imagine? And you are here telling me what? Please. So, Mr. Murray,
yes, sir.
Back to business. A former MP is suggesting that we should have what deputy MPs. Yeah. Now, Mr. Murray, let me ask, what is the work of an MP? When we are able to establish that, the rest are the burdens that they themselves have brought onto themselves. It is no one but they have brought onto themselves. Me, when it is an election year and you are an MP and you start campaigning, I will construct road, I would provide electricity, I will do this, I will do that. The moment you start telling me that, at that particular point, I see you as someone who will not perform as an MP. Okay. Because you don't know the duties of an MP.
Okay.
The duties of an MP, which is a legislature, is to go to the Parliament House, make sure you draft bills, laws that would help the citizens and the constituents you belong to. For developmental project, it is the work of the executive, and the executive who has the president who has appointed his or her DC or MC at the constituency or at the municipality. So they are developmental agent. You as an MP, you are a legislature. Yours is to draft laws. So you come, you listen to us, you take our consent to Parliament, you dialogue on it, then you draft something for us. So this particular thing that he's saying, as they need deputies, I see that it is flawed. It was not thought through. It lack reasoning, and I would say I don't know what else to say to add to it, but it's flawed. It's lack reasoning. It was not well thought through, and I don't know whether he planned speaking on it, or it was just something that just came in mind, and he said it because I don't see any reasoning in it, and I don't think it should be even considered at any level at all, because if you are to draft a law, why do you need a deputy to come and do what? To augment what? To supplement what? We are looking forward that you, as a member of Parliament, when you go there and government brings any legislation, any private member sponsors a bill, you look at it, you come, you consult with us, we give our input, you go and tell them that this is what my constituent says.
Okay. All right.
If you are perchance closer to someone in power and you lobby something, it is an addition to what is the MC or the DC is providing at the local level or at the district.
Okay.
It is not you who have to go and look for contractors to come and construct roads. That is why we elected an executive who need to provide such for us. Okay. So please, our honorable MP, former MP, I think this you did not think through well.
All right.
We will forgive you for this. never have a thought on it again that you need a deputy. Those who are there, they have not in any way said they need deputies. Okay. So please stop advocating for them. You are a former MP. If you had done your work very well, you would have they would have renewed your contract for you. But because you perform abysmally, you want to blame someone for your abysmal performance. So you are saying, oh, because I did not have enough hands to help me. You knew you don't have enough hands, and you vowed for such position. So please, we are begging you. Those who are there are working and they have not complained, so they don't need deputy MPs. But my brother, when he was making a submission, made mention that our brothers from the northern, when they come back here, they don't go. But
some, I was very selective.
So let me tell him, it is rather those who are at the southern sector, including probably your former MP, right? You are this constituency.
No, really, I'm in Ordinary.
You are not now.
Yes,
So probably maybe his MP, maybe his MP was an MPP MP. I think so. They, you know, I can tell you on authority that I know a lot of the northern region MPs or the northern part, the MPs who come from that part. Almost every weekend they are
back home.
Yes.
Okay.
Almost every weekend they are home, because for them, how they operate, if you are not there at a particular point in time, you'll be exposed. So they are always they always go closer to their people, because they will attend funeral, and I don't know why funeral has been part of MP's duties. They will attend funeral, they will attend naming ceremony, there will be festivals and other things. So they are always closer to their people, and they always show up in their event. You see, the Northerners have a way of integrating themselves and socializing. So when they do that, they see this particular person is part of us, irrespective of if even you are helping to bring development or not. They always want to see you.
Okay.
And when they see you, they see that you are there. That is the reason why this ABA Fuseni, that is the reason why they voted against him. It was not because he was not providing a developmental project, but because at the point in time he was not showing up a lot in the constituency. So they decided they said he wasn't feeling what they are going through. That is why they voted against him. So please, they go back to their constituencies. But for a former MP to say they need a deputy, then I think that is very unreasonable.
Okay, let's look at this.
To even think about that.
Let's look at this. Don't you think? And I mean, this is coming at the back of another MP saying that MPs are the people who work a lot in the country. Now, don't you think that one of the problems that the MPs are facing, or that office is facing, is the fact that sometimes an MP will have an opposition MCE, so they can't really work together? Because, as you rightly put it, MCs and DCs are responsible for constituency development. MPs are there to lobby, to make laws which will favor their constituents and the country at large. So if these two people can't work together, that is going to create a problem. And so you see, where you are supposed to help me as an MP, you wouldn't. I mean, you're opposition. Why should I help you? Why I'm also supposed to help you, I wouldn't. You're opposition. Is there a way we should go about these two things? Because that thing, to me, is the problem they are facing. And that's why one thing is that all the work is left on me.
Okay, so Mr. Omari.
Yes, sir.
Two captains cannot be in a boat.
Yeah.
We should let the constituents understand that the work of an MP is to make laws.
Okay.
The work of the DC or the MC is to make sure developmental projects get to the constituency or the district. Not even constituency, the district.
Okay.
We should let there should be a clear distinction between what a constituency is and what a district is. They can be at the same place, but constituencies are for voting, districts are for development. Now, when we understand it that way, then the MC and the DC, the MC and the MP should understand that they are playing different roles. If I am able to lobby as an MP, to lobby from outside the district, and there is any project, the first person who needs to authorize the project is my MC or DC. So if I don't respect such a person, it means whatever project which is being brought to that particular enclave can be halted. When we do it that way, we will there will always be development. Let me give you a typical example. It's even not with respect to whether someone is in opposition or is in government. My constituency, Suhum constituency, for that matter, the last until the last election, we had an NPP MP and an NPP MC. But I can tell you, I don't know any MP who has suffered than that particular MP. Because they are not in agreement. One is thinking of bringing a next MP, one is thinking of going for the next election. And because of that, whatever projects that the MP lobbies into the constituency, for that matter, the municipality, is blocked by the MCE. But the MCE, who is the developmental agent, is free to do other things. Let me give you a typical example. There is a sub-town, Akrabo, where the NP decided to use his personal funds, the common fund for that matter, to construct a nice edifice, a park for them. He started, and now because the MC saw that he is gaining more popularity in that area, instead of him giving him the common fund, she did not, and rather she told the MP that money which was meant for the MP's for his development, she has decided to give it to a different entity for other development. If you don't agree, then I won't sign it for you. So there should be a clear-cut dichotomy.
Okay.
For us to understand that the MP is for legislative purposes.
With what you are saying.
And the MC is for developmental purposes.
With what you are saying, don't you think that then it will be right for the president not to appoint MCs? Let's leave it to the constituents. Or better still, if an MP wins, he should be given the mandate to appoint his MC.
You see, or he should come in.
I want him not to come in with this.
For me, that would have been the best. Yes, but if you look at it carefully, we first of all have to identify the functions or duties of the DC as codified in the Constitution. And that means if that is going to be done, it's going to bring some kind of issues between MPs, especially when the MP elects is different from the government that has one power.
Yeah.
I've observed something like that. I've worked closely with an MP, so I know the dynamics in some of this. I've observed something. Like he spoke about the common fund. Sometimes you see, common fund is meant for the development of the district, but some people don't use it that way. And sometimes when an MP writes officially to claim his common fund, even stating project he's going to use the money for, they don't authorize it for him to use it.
Wow.
That is the problem. Constituency members or constituents electing their own DC is a perfect move. I don't know, it seems saying DC or MPP, one of the political parties in the country was promoting something like that. If that can be done, that would have been a very perfect move. Okay. But leaving that position for the MP to appoint would not help us.
Okay.
It will sound very nice, but it won't help us. Okay. Because the person would definitely represent the government at the district level.
Okay.
And so me, I'm an MPP, NDC is on power. So definitely I cannot appoint someone to represent the government. You understand? That way it's not going to help. Okay. That would have been very best, so that the MP and the DC would work together. But it will at the end of the day, some of them will wear their political lenses and appoint their very own people. And that way
it
might
won't not even be competent enough. Okay, that's fine. Thank you, gentlemen. Let's look at our next topic for discussion. The OSP. Oh, well, you had something.
I wanted to worry something here. Hey. But it's okay. Let's go ahead.
Okay. Oh, feel free. Feel free.
If I want to go in there, or maybe, he spoke about some appointments, stating that the previous administration, MPP administration, has appointed more, or have given appointment to people more than the NDC. This facts of his is indeed not true.
Okay.
You understand? Especially when it comes to presidential staffers. I think Honorable John Jinapo laid this before Parliament and discussed that. And nobody, even senior members, were there watching him. They could not even defend it.